In my previous lecture, I have already discussed how to find arithmetic mean in case of individual series. Today, I will discuss how to find arithmetic mean in case of discrete series. In discrete series, the items are given with their respective frequency and arithmetic mean of item is calculated by all three methods: direct method, shortcut method and step deviation method. The formula of direct method is that x bar, this is arithmetic mean, notation of arithmetic mean, is equal to f1 x1 plus f2 x2 plus f3 x3 plus fn x and so on, divided by sum of the frequencies. f1 what is f1? F1 means x1, how many number of frequencies corresponding to the x1, this is, that will be f1. So we can write summation I is equal to 1 to n fi xi divided by summation of fi. Summation of fi is known as sum of frequencies. It is also denoted as capital N. Next example, calculate the average bonus paid per worker from the following data. This is the bonus, this is the number of workers. This is the discrete series because bonus is 50. 50 bonus is given to 4 number of workers. That is f, that is the frequency. How many number of workers have to be given bonus? 50. So 3 number of workers given bonus 60. Clear? So we have to find the average bonus. Clear? So bonus is x because we have to find the average bonus. That means we will take bonus as x and number of workers as f. So summation of frequency we need in direct method. So summation of f is equal to capital N, add all these data. Then f into x, multiply these two columns, 50 into 4 200, 60 into 3 180 and so on. And we want summation of fx. So add all this column, add the data of this column. So summation fx is 2140. Then put all these values in formula which already we have discussed. This is the formula of direct method. X bar summation fx capital N, and this is the bonus, average bonus of workers. Next is the shortcut method. In the shortcut method, if this is the discrete series is given, then x bar is same, a is the assumed mean, plus summation fi di. Di is the deviation from assumed mean. Di means xi minus a. Summation fi di divided by capital N. Capital N we already discussed. Capital N is sum of frequencies. Then example, from the following data calculate the mean by shortcut method. We have to calculate the mean. Now use shortcut method. This is the land holding acres, this is the land holding and number of farmers. Number of farmer means frequency. How many farmers have 12 acre land? They are 3. How many farmers have 14 acre land? That is 4. So this is the frequency and this is x land holding. Land holding denoted as x and number of farmers f. Clear? Now in shortcut method, assumed capital A, we have to assume capital A from x. From x, average from the middle value, middle term is either 18 or 20. It's our choice, we can take either 18 or 20. Let's take 20. A is equal to 20. So di is xi minus a. xi means 12. 12 minus 20 means minus 8. 14. 14 minus 20 is minus 6. 18 minus 20 is minus 2. 20 minus 20, 0, and so on. Calculate all these values. Also find summation of frequencies n, capital N, that will be add all this column. Now multiply fi di, this column, fi into di. 3 into minus 8 minus 24, 4 into minus 6 minus 24, and multiply all these values and then add this column, summation fi di, that is minus 54. Now put all these values in formula, shortcut method. Formula of shortcut method. A we have assumed 20, summation fi di minus 24, n is 50. So this is the average value of length. Now third method is step deviation method. This is the formula. Step deviation, assumed mean plus summation fi di dash divided by n into h. H we already know, that is the common factor. Di means xi minus a divided by h. In previous lecture, where we have to find the arithmetic mean in case of individual series, there is no fi, summation of di only. So here data mean series in discrete. So we have firstly multiply summation, multiply fi into di dash, then take the summation. Now example 3, we have from the following data, calculate the mean by step deviation method. Again previous example, mean of land holding. This is the land holding data and number of the farmers. Land holding x, number of farmers f, di same. Let us assumed a. Assumed mean we will take from x. A is, let's suppose a is 20, same di is xi minus a, minus 8, 14 minus 20 is minus 6, so on. Now from this x, let us assume common factor h. That means we can take differences 2, so we can take h is 2. Now di dash means xi minus a divided by h. That means we can also write it di divided by h. So di dash is minus 8 divided by h, means 2, that means minus 4. Minus 6 divided by 2, minus 3, and so on. Now multiply di dash into fi, column second and 4. Multiply fi into di dash. So 3 into minus 4, that is minus 12. 4 into minus 3, that is minus 12. 8 into minus 2, that is minus 16, and so on. Then add all these values, summation is minus 27. Then put all these values in the formula of step deviation method. So formula is this: a plus summation fi di dash n into h. 20 summation of fi di dash is minus 27, n is 50, h is 2. So solve this, same answer will hold. So this is the arithmetic mean of discrete series. Now these are some important properties related to the arithmetic mean. First property is algebraic sum of deviation of set of values from their arithmetic mean is 0. That means algebraic sum of deviation means summation of deviation means d from arithmetic mean. When we will take d is equal to xi minus a assumed mean, then we can't say that the result will be 0. But when algebraic sum of deviation of set of values from their arithmetic mean, that will be always 0. If suppose xi variables and corresponding to that fi is the number of frequencies distribution, then summation algebraic sum summation of fi into this is di, but this di deviation di from their arithmetic mean is x bar. Deviation is not from assumed mean, deviation from arithmetic mean. So xi minus x bar, not capital A. Summation of fi into xi minus x bar will always be equal to 0. So we will prove this. Take left hand side, then multiply summation fi into xi, then summation fi x bar. X bar will be taken outside from the summation, so it will because it is not depending upon summation, so we can write this summation fi. We know summation fi is equal to capital N, we can write. So summation fi xi minus x bar into n, here we can write n. Clear? Now we know the formula of x bar, summation fi xi divided by n. So multiply, cross multiply, n x bar is equal to summation of fi xi. So we can put this value in this equation, summation fi xi, here we can put n x bar. So n x bar both will be cancelled, result will be 0. So that means this is the property. If the algebraic sum of deviation of set of values from their arithmetic mean, that will always be 0. Second, the sum of square of deviation of set of values. Sum of square of deviation of set of value is minimum when taken about mean. When taken about mean, not assumed mean, when taken about mean, not arithmetic mean. About mean means it will be minimum when assumed mean will be equal to arithmetic mean, then we will prove it. Sum of suppose frequency distribution, xi is the variable, fi is the frequency distribution. Let suppose summation of sum of square of deviation, that means sum of square of deviation. Deviation is xi minus a, we know di is equal to xi minus a. Square of this value xi minus a whole square into fi. This is the sum of square of deviation of given values from any arbitrary point. Firstly, we will take a as any arbitrary point, means assumed mean, but we will prove this value z will be minimum if we will replace a by x bar. Clear? So we will prove that the value of a should be equal to x bar. Apply the principle of maxima and minima from the differential calculus. Capital Z will be minimum when, what is the formula to check the minima or maxima? we want minimum value, so we will differentiate first with respect to a and equate equal to 0, and double derivative if greater than equal to 0, then if double derivative greater than equal to 0, then value will be minimum. If it will become less than or equal to 0, then value will become maximum. So but we want minimum value, so we will check either double derivative will be greater than 0. First, differentiate z with respect to a, partially differentiate with respect to a. Then this is differentiate to minus of a, so negative sign, to summation fi xi minus a. Now equate equal to 0, so this will become equal to 0. Now multiply fi into xi and fi into a, so right hand side is 0. Summation fi xi a summation fi. Find out the value of a. Then summation fi is n. We can write here n. A is equal to summation fi xi divided by n. This is the formula of arithmetic mean. So we can write here this is equal to x bar. Clear? That means a is equal to x bar. Now we will check for minimum value double derivative. Double derivative, find its double derivative, then minus 2 summation fi, that will minus 1. So value will be obvious 2n greater than or equal to 0, because n is the number of sum of frequencies that can't be negative, so 2n greater than 0. Therefore z is minimum value. So double derivative is greater than 0, so z is minimum, but at which point? When capital A is equal to x bar. So this is the property in which we have proved that sum of square of deviation of set of value is minimum when it will be taken about mean. Now third property, mean of composite series. Composite series mean if different data we have given. If x bar I are mean, x bar means mean of k composite series whose size is ni. Suppose we have three different data of individual series. Suppose individual series we have three data. That means x1 bar will be the arithmetic mean of first series, and x2 bar will be the arithmetic mean of second series, and x3 bar will be the arithmetic mean of third series. Suppose first series has number of observations n1, second series have number of observations n2, and third series have number of observations n3. So like this there are k series. Then the mean x bar is the mean of all combined series of composite series obtained by combining the component series is given by this formula. Capital X bar is equal to n1 x1 bar plus n2 x2 bar plus nk xk bar divided by n1 n2 n3. So this we will prove. Suppose x11 x12 x1 n1 be the n1 number of first series. Suppose we have given first series, x1 is the first series, x2 is the second series, x3 is the third series. x1 bar is the arithmetic mean of first series, so x11 will be the first member of first series. So x12 be the member of first series. Similarly, x1 n1 be the n1 number of first series. This is the first series. Similarly, x21, x22, x2 and 2 be the n2 numbers of second series. Similarly, we have k series. So xk1, xk2, xk, nk be the nk numbers of kth series. Clear? Firstly, find the arithmetic mean of different series. Arithmetic mean of first series. First series x1 bar is equal to, add all these values, x11 plus x12 plus x1 divided by total number of observations, which we, this formula which we already have done. Second है x2 bar. So sum of this series divided by n2. Similarly xk bar, then xk1, xk2, sum all these members divided by nk. Now the mean of composite series. Sizes of different series are n1, n2, nk. Total mean, this is the x bar, this is the mean of component series. Suppose this is one value, second value, third value. Clear? Now to find the mean of component series, firstly we will add the members of first series, then we will add the members of second series, then we will add the members of third series, and so on, k series. And then what will be the formula of arithmetic mean? Sum of observation, sum of these data divided by total number of observation, that are n1 plus n2 plus nk. Clear? And x1 plus x11 plus x12 plus x1n. Take this, cross multiply n1 x1 bar, cross multiply. After cross multiply, n1 x1 bar will become equal to x11 plus x12 plus x1n. So put this value x11 plus x12, we can put n1 x1 bar. So in the second series we can put value n2 x2 bar. In the last series we can put the values nk xk bar, and divided by n1 plus n2 plus nk. So the formula, this is the formula of arithmetic mean of composite series when many series are given. So this is the formula.